name is Miranda, and today I'm here to react to the first episode of the remake of Pretty Little Liars. That is right, guys. The show that ended only a few years ago is already getting a remake, and I haven't seen as much buzz for this one. I do probably think just because it literally felt like it just ended. Pretty Little Liars definitely had a strong hold on me when it first premiered. I think I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons before I tampered off. It's one of those things retrospectively you look back and you're like, so much of this was bonkers. How was I like hooked and glued to the TV every week to see how this played out? I do think regardless of all that though, Pretty Liars did have a cultural shift on the narrative of television, and I think it was right before that kind of really binge watchability took off. It wasn't on like a Netflix or an HBO or something like that, but it was definitely something that was live tweeted. You had to watch it so you didn't get the spoilers and all that, and I am excited to see what they've got to offer in the remake. What I really like about this though is it's gonna kind of take place in 2 timelines, so it's not exactly like a Cruel Summer situation, but it's just that something that these main girls' mothers did in 1999 is now shaping what is happening in 2022 with these girls, and it'll just be interesting to see what exactly the reason is, because I think we can all agree that Pretty Little Liars kind of definitely towards the end, like I didn't even watch it, but just like finding out about like the British twin and all that is just, you know, it was a little bit crazy. It's also from the creators of Riverdale, it says, this one, so I feel like it's gonna probably have a bit of a different feel to that, and who knows, maybe if this gets renewed for a lot more seasons, we will end up in a multiverse called Pretty Little Liars. You never know, you never know. So let's just hope that there's no teacher-student relationships in this one. That's how low my bar is. Oh, she does not look good? What exactly happened to her? Is she a ghost, or are they like playing a game, like that middle school game where you pretend your friend is invisible for 5 minutes to drive them absolutely crazy? Yet they're high schoolers, so I feel like they're too old to be playing this. Also, I'm not really getting a 90s vibe from a lot of their outfits. Like, the only one was that other girl, but everyone else I feel like this is pretty much what you would wear nowadays. Like, I know the 90s is back in style, but they could have done a little bit better with the fashion. Like, Pretty Little Liars is known for their fashion choices, whether that be good or bad, it's always going to be bold. And I feel like this is just, this feels like Sheen, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, she looks like Carrie at prom. What? Is anyone going to try and catch her? Like, what the heck? So they had that whole school playing invisible to that one girl? My gosh. Okay. That does not look realistic at all. I'm going to be honest. That blood looks like paint. 22 years. I'm sorry. I just had a breakdown over the fact that 1999 is technically 22 years ago. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you just picked it up? I would never take someone a thing off them. I would be like, oh, there was something taped to your door. That's so strange that she took it off. What? Oh, so she was like the head girl that was like, ignore her. We talked about this. We're not doing it. Oh no, is her mom gonna be dead? Because I feel like we saw this in the trailer, but like, I didn't think she was gonna die this quickly. Like, I thought it was gonna be someone else. Also, they look like the twins from The Shining from the back. Like, they are dressed identically. I wonder if that'll come into play later, that they look so similar from behind. Oh, yeah, that's a dead person. Wow. That's really bad. So, did someone break into her house? Did she do that because of the... No, I don't think she would leave her pregnant daughter. So who got into her house and did that? Because they had to be pretty quiet that, like, they didn't hear them at all till they wanted them to. It'll just be so interesting, too, because, like, in the original Pretty Liars, like, it was teenagers... Originally, it was teenagers tormenting teenagers. Like, I'm not talking about all the other stuff that got added in. But in this one, if it is someone that's, like, getting revenge on them for what they did in 1999 by now going after their daughters, then it's like an adult messing with the teenagers, and that's just creepy to me. Like, it's like Gossip Girl, the reboot, how the teachers are the Gossip Girl in that one. Like, there's just something weird about, like, why are you as, like, a fully grown adult tormenting teenagers? Yikes. This is scary. I'm, like, already more invested in the mothers, though, than, like, actually what's going on with them. Yeah, I'm sure it was really traumatizing for you the most, not the actual daughter. See, that's the kind of iconic lines I'm here for, okay? Just things that no one would ever say in real life, and yet you've got these people saying with a straight face, and I absolutely am here for it. Like, that's what I love. Nobody wants your tragic, pregnant ass here, okay? As I say in my crop top sweater that's yellow. So whoever this is clearly like the Allison of the thing, but like she's still there, I guess. She's not dead. Oh my gosh, that girl has an ankle monitor? This is insane. We've got a pregnant girl, someone who is on probation, apparently. Like, oh my gosh, we're really stepping it up a notch. Forget shoplifting. Oh, wait. They're twins? Oh no, it really is Allison. It's like they're keeping the twins alive. Don't do the crime if you can't pay the time. Isn't she paying the time by doing her probation and stuff? I feel like this is not the text messages I'm used to, you know? It's got the fun little rhyme, but it doesn't really make sense to me. What's your favorite? I'm sorry, is this Scream? What are we going on now? The fact that they all just reply, like I would be like, no thanks. I feel like the majority of people would be like, no thanks. I don't even reply to like my actual friends. Like that's how much I hate texting and just talking in general. And these people are like, hey, what's up? Why you ask me what my favorite scary movie is? A line that she should know is from Scream if she's such a movie aficionado. Also, I feel like if anyone should be getting these texts, it should be Karen. She's a bitch. Minnie Mouse, come out. What? These are weird texts. I'm sorry. These are not the iconic ones I'm used to. First of all, I think this girl's name is Mouse, but like they haven't specifically outright said it, so I don't know if it's a nickname or not, so like the text just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like the fact that there's 5 girls is throwing me off so much. Like, I know there's 5 technically counting Allison, but like, I'm just so used to there only being 4, and like 5 is already so hard for me to catch up with. I'm like, my attention span is way worse than it was back then, and you're expecting me to pay attention to a whole other person, plus whatever Kelly and Karen have got going on, because I literally thought they were the same person for a while. I'm sorry, what is she doing right now in the boys' locker room? Like, is she going to hook up with someone? Oh no. Please don't tell me she films them. Please, no. No, why? I actually was liking her. She was one of my faves. Why is she filming them? That's so weird. Also, hear me out, but this guy, Carson Rowland, I feel like he's the new Dylan Minnette, or however you say his name. I just feel like he's got that like all-American appeal to him. Why is everything so darkly lit on this show too? Like the high school, the movie theater, I'm like, can someone fully turn the lights on so I can see everything instead of this like grainy sepia thing we've got going on? Oh no, is he dead? That would be a real twist already. Oh, not dead. No, no, just something that rhymes with dead. It's a red flag. Yep, that's a big red flag. Big red flag. Anytime an older guy was like, oh man, you're so older than you seem, you're so mature, it's like, break out the flag! He gives me such the creeps. Oh no, and I feel very justified now. Like, how old is he? I thought maybe he could pass as 20, that was me being nice because, you know, they cast 30-year-olds as 20-year-olds on the show. But the dude looks 30, and he's already graduated from college, and he's flirting with a high schooler. Like, please don't take me down this road again. Like, I'm not shipping them. I'm getting so creeped out by him. I was creeped out by him before he opened his mouth, honestly. When he was like, why don't you go clean that and I'll spend more time with her. Like, ugh. Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up! And I'm not shaming her at all. It's perfectly natural for her to have a crush on him, but like, he should not be encouraging this at all. But I will shame her for taking videos of the boys. That's weird. Oh, he's the same age as Ari Aster. Alright, I can figure out how old he is. How old is Ari? 36? Ew, get away from her! I don't even think the sheriff would help in this situation because we saw what he's been up to. No. 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 Oh, thank goodness. I never thought I'd be happy to see that. Oh yes, please get out and get your perverted ass murdered. Please. I hate the dialogue too. Like how she's like the film buff, so she's like just listing off films to be like, don't get out of the car. Just be like, just talk like a normal person. No one lists tropes when they're trying to say you shouldn't get out of the car. Why is she doing this? Like, what is she writing down right now? This is so weird. She was honestly like, I really liked her. I thought she was a cool character, and now with this, I'm like, ew. What? I don't think that's how that works. Like, why? That is so strange to me. And also, like, she has no way of keeping her secret safe. Like, she would have to turn over her medical history from her doctors. Like, her ballet teacher has no say in that. I have never heard of someone not being able to do things because they might re-injure their scoliosis. Like, what? Ugh, Mouse. I love you. She's my fave. I've decided, even though she's wearing a Nintendo Switch around her neck, but you know. Oh, I like them, and they're like flirting, but I am getting a bit of Lucas vibe from him, where he's just gonna get cucked for some other guy, you know what I mean? But they're cute. They're really cute. Seriously? Seriously, dude? She just lost her mother. Oh, yes, let's go. I love this. Someone needs to beat this girl's ass. Like, she's had it coming. Everyone's like, excuse me? Which is 100% accurate. What? This woman is psychotic. Like, what is she doing? Yeah, Greg sucks. We hate Greg. We all hate Greg. I think you are. Like, I've heard no one else give her any complaints. I don't blame you at all. Karen sucks. Like, majorly. And I don't understand why her sister's just, like, sitting there, like, not saying it. Like, I feel like we know so much about Karen and so little about her sister. Except for that one of them in the beginning was, like, she's just as crazy as her twin. So, like, the sister does stuff too, but, like, what exactly? Because I haven't seen her do anything. Close. Yeah, this all just has more of a, like, Riverdale feel to me, which I guess makes sense because they're the creators, but, like, the lighting is driving me insane. Like, why does their school look like it takes place in a basement? I don't understand. Normally it's like the fluorescent bulbs that burn your eyes in school. Oh my gosh, why is this lady up her ass? Like, why did you even give her the part if you don't think she can handle it? It's stressing me out. No, bro, I wouldn't do this. Like, I'm sure they don't pay you enough to care. Also, how does this place have, like, this decrepit-ass old building, yet they can afford a ballet team? Like, I don't understand what this school is. Oh, that's a fake. Oh, they're gonna swap her drug test so she fails it. And then there's something with the ballet shoes, so I'm sure they're gonna do something with that. Oh my gosh, we found their secret lair. I'm sorry, does this look like someone who can be reasoned with right now? Like, why are you just standing there instead of getting out and being like, you know what, I never saw this, you go about you, I'm just gonna go mop on the other side of the school, like, they pay me $13 an hour, I do not care. Now that janitor's family is gonna come for you in 22 years. I'm sorry, just because her name is Mouse, they think she put a dead... I can't. What is wrong with this school? Like, that is their thinking? Well, there's a girl whose name is Mouse. And we all know mouse isn't a common animal at all, right? So it wouldn't be like anyone else would put that in there. Ew! Oh my gosh. What? I'm sorry, that's the most nonsensical out of any of them thus far. You have absolutely zero proof, and you're blaming her. Like, literally the mouse is dumb, but I could see where you could make the connection and it would be hard for her to argue against. But just being like, why? Especially because she has the part. Like, if Karen had the part and then she wanted it, I could see where you could be like, oh, you're trying to take her out, but like, what benefit purpose does she have to putting razors in her ballet shoes when she already has the part? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. This school is run by dum-dums and racists. I'm sorry, we're all believing everyone else, but she has to answer for her crime, potentially? Like, no. Also, that person that we've seen multiple times in that whatever that suit is a grown person. Like, I would venture to say that's a man. Maybe you could convince me it's an adult woman, like, maybe. That's if I suspend my disbelief. But there is no way you're convincing me that person is a, like, teenage girl. Oh, I was just joking. That's intense. I kind of love, though, if Imogen has, like, this dark side to her, because I feel like there's still so much unknown about her. All this aside, too, the interesting thing is, like, if you took out the Pretty Little Liars aspect and, like, the scary aspect of it, if you had, like, a pregnant girl who was getting bullied by her former best friend, and she was like, hey, I'm gonna run for prom queen, that would be a sick coming-of-age, like, comedy movie. Like, I would watch that in a heartbeat. So I think the biggest thing with this, and maybe it'll make more sense once I watch the other 2 episodes, it just feels like it has a bit of an identity crisis. Like, it doesn't feel like a Pretty Little Liars remake. It feels like a kind of mix of Riverdale and also like a campy horror kind of movie, and like the lighting and the scenery is weird. Like, the high school has such a ominous kind of feel to it with the lighting and the darkness and all that, but then like when they're talking in other places, it's just got like regular lighting, and the movie theater is creepy again, and it's just like, it feels like it doesn't know exactly what it wants to be, and I feel like it's not doing either of those. It's just literally feeling like if Pretty Little Liars was on the CW. I don't know why you would be so focused on getting them blamed for Karen unless you're trying to make them think that Karen's trying to frame them, is the only thing I could think. I do know based on the trailer, which I'm assuming happens either next episode or the third episode, either Karen or her sister, I'm assuming Karen, but I can't 100% say it's not Kelly, falls, and that's when everything happens where they're like 1 down, 5 to go or something like that. But was Karen and Kelly's mom involved in it? Like, why would you want to take her down? I don't get it. And I feel like there's just a lot to follow right now and set up, so maybe once that's developed more and we're in the world more, it'll start to flow a little bit better, because it's just a little clunky right now, and a little kind of, like I said, it has an identity problem where I don't think it necessarily knows what it wants to be right now, and I'm just waiting for like the balls to the walls absurdity where I'm like, why am I watching this? But yeah, if you've seen the first episode of this, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down in the comments. Also, make sure this video got a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!